point in task cutting into boys. You know most of these players, Pollard, Handy, Hickey, Tanoa, McAndrew and Cundon are in for the Wellingtonians today. Up against a pretty crack Auckland outfit, though, who come into the game, you know, high on their performances. These two teams have been a cut above the rest as far as quality is concerned. And not surprisingly, they've made their way through to the final. This is the Auckland lineup, Naomi.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, both teams have had excellent performances, but I think Auckland might have the edge. We haven't seen a lot of Megan Farrell, who is the ace White Sox pitcher, and she is on the mound today for Auckland. She could pose a bit of a problem for the Wellington hitters. But having said that, Wellington are stacked with some really good players as well, too, especially in the hitting lineup.
The talented Rebecca Bromhead, one of the best batters in the White Sox, is set at 2-2. It's top of the first innings here. And there's another piece off the bat of Bromhead. It's a big one. It is a biggie. It's onto the fence. The runner's coming. Hunkin round 3. And she's through to home. Great running from first, but taken out on second.
That was a great hit from Bromhead, and not unexpected from me, but also Wellington did very well to give up the speedy Hunkin scoring at the plate and having to go at Bromhead at second base. Jennifer Ferret from USA, she came over, travelled to New Zealand and is playing her softball with Western Magpies in the Auckland Softball Association. Pitches, plays third base, and a very good hitter.
And another big one over left field and into the fence again. Round of 2, going for 3. 3 will be sweet. Could go for home. It's told to hold up. So some power hitting from Auckland early on.
And a great hit from Ferret as well, too. Another one to the fence. They're obviously seeing the ball nice and early and climbing into it early in the piece. Little bobble there by McAndrew at shortstop again, allowed her to get an extra base, but Ferret was going to go anyway. She's a pretty aggressive base runner, slides well.
Rebecca Hicks, south side, plays for Ramblers, where she's predominantly a catcher. Gets a nice piece, but it's taken at the left field. So a big hit from Rebecca Hicks. A reminder of what we can anticipate from her. Just 16 years of age. She's a tall athlete. And she got a nice piece of that, Naomi, but it just wasn't to be. It's been an entertaining game so far. I hope you're enjoying the action here on Sky 2.
There it is.
That's a safe hit to first over the second base. Wellington safe into 3 and into 2. Great batting.
And Wellington are back in the game. Great hit there from Brooke Cutting to hit to the right field. And as predicted, Tasker scooted from first base to third. Great slide play. Very nice throw from Hiku in right field. 2 strikes.
2 strikes and 1 ball now. Important here on Hope Weber. Steadies herself now as Megan Farrell. Look at the concentration needed in the batting box. Here's Farrell. Whips it through, and Hope Weber couldn't equal up to. That was a good chuck to finish off. And they retire the Wellington innings without having a run scored. Nita Hawkeye giving instructions now to Tegan Bromhead in there. She gets a nice piece. It splits left and centre field. She will get on base. In fact, comes around a second. Testing. And she makes it to second base. A little bit risky there, but I guess fortune favours the bold, Naomi.
Yeah, great hit there from Tegan Bromhead. Another strong hit, and she's going to be replaced by Keely Wells, designated runner again.
That's a nice hit too, and around they come. Is this Auckland? If I'm good throw. Oh, great
Wasn't
play.
that a great play?
Great play.
Yeah. A very good hit from Kingsley Avery as well too, but Brooke Cutting come in, scooped and throw. Great arm from the outfield, and Alison Boys at the plate blocked very well.
Let's watch the play at home though. Coming, she's quick, but not quick enough.
Very nice block by Boys, very nice. And up quickly looking for that other runner. None down.
And runners on first and second. Wellington well poised. Here's Farrell. First one, and the punt is dropped down, and they're going all over the place. The out, no, it's gone. Round they'll come. There's a run in for Wellington. Runner through to third as well. With a error on first. Michelle Key couldn't take control. And a great effort by Wellington. They get their first run in, it's 1-1.
Yeah, a great little sacrifice bunt there put down by Tasker, which turned to goal when the throw down to first base was erred. Yep, I think Michelle Kingy was probably looking to make the play at the plate and took her eye off the ball momentarily, and so it's a bit of a nightmare for Auckland at the moment. They're calling timeout to have a chat about it. Wellington have tied the ball game and they've got runners on 1 and 3. They're in a great position at the moment.
Well, there's Farrell, 1 strike. Drops a bunt, does well. Hot box now. And the runner is safe there. Great running. Awesome running.
That was excellent running from Charlotte Point, and a squeeze play called. Alison Boys put the ball on the ground exactly as she's asked. Here it goes, puts the ball down. Poynton's stolen on this. If only Ferret knew that she was right behind her. And Cooper probably a little bit slow in making that play to the plate. Poynton quick enough to get under it. Well done, Wellingtons.
Giving as much encouragement to Alison Boys as they can as Farrell winds it in this time, and Boys gets a piece of it to right field. The run is scored, it's Poynton comes through, and Boys is safe on first. Well, you mentioned experience. You mentioned that she had the patience. She used all of that experience to do the right thing by her teammates on that play.
Oh, absolutely. Well done, Alison Boys. She picked the pitch. She looked for that outside pitch. It was delivered. Here it comes in. And opposite field hit. Well done, Alison Boys. But it wasn't all over. She had to get down to there quickly because Hiku out in right field was pretty quick onto that. And if they'd made the third out at first base, that run coming in would have counted for nothing.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Farrell. And a hit straight down third base. It's a cork up. High base and back to first. Good hit by Hope Webber. Wellington on their feet. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Farrell. And that retires the Wellingtonians. Score is 3-1 as we go to the last turn at bat for Auckland. You're watching the Fastpitch Championship Final from Rosedale Park. And now all the pressure on the Aucklanders. There's a piece first up. It's a left field fly. It's taken.
And Avery, the first to tell you that Auckland don't lay down and die. So here's her opportunity to do something about it.
Plenty of pressure on the young, talented softballer of the future. Gets the hit through and will get safe onto first base. A little bit of a fumble there from Katie McAndrew. An awkward one in her defence. 3-1, 1 out. 2 strikes on Sina Hunkin.
Contact hitting, facing up.
Another piece. There's another one for Daniela to Noah, who has been superb in the left field today, and she holds him at first. Steadying herself now. Rebecca Bromhead is in the batter's box. She can hit them, but can Handy get hold of it? There is one sailing to the fence. The first runner is in. The first runner will make it. 3-2. That ball is askew. And Rebecca Bromhead proving what a power hitter she is as she hits it right on the right time as well. She's safe on second.
And you know, it wasn't too far off that fence, going over that fence. Let's have a look at this. Great hit. Tanoa back, 1 bounce. Kingsley scoots home, first to the plate. She's a run-in for Auckland, and Auckland's tying run is at second base.
The supporters come in, their teammates are in her corner. It's up, it's high, it's fly. Can Katie take the out? Katie takes the out. Wellington take the win. 3-2 in the final of the Women's Fastpitch Championship here at Albany. It's Wellington. You can see the emotion on the faces of these athletes. They come steaming into each other. A long time between drinks. Don't be sure. I know that you're staunch Hutt Valley, but you too can warm to the emotion being displayed here. Wellington get up so unexpectedly over Auckland in the final.
Oh, absolutely. They were absolutely the underdogs going into this game, and well done, Wellington, for a fine performance. You know, on the day, it's always on the day, and they did enough. They scored the runs, they got the hits, the pitching was good enough, and you know, great to see young Katie McAndrew pick up there, one of the most important catches of her life, and she managed that one.
Captain Alison, What a fantastic game.
What a fantastic game. We thought it was kind of all in after the first innings. The Auckland girls came out firing, their sticks were working, and we just knew that we had to fight back, basically. Yeah.
And there was a lot of fight there as well, you know, a bit of niggle, a lot of talk to umpires, you know, being the catcher yourself, you're at the centre of that as well?
Definitely. That's a part of the game that I love, so I like to make sure that I'm in the umpire's ear and the hitter's ears, anyone's ears that'll basically listen.
That Auckland team, very, very impressive, stacked with, you know, junior White Sox, current White Sox. To get one over them, a proud day for Wellington sport.
Oh, definitely, definitely, and hats off to the girls. You know, we've got a very young team, and basically we believed in each other, and our game plan right from the word go was to basically score more runs than our opposition at the end of the day. We knew we weren't going to keep our oppositions nil, so we just knew that we had to come out with our bats and score more at the end of the day, and we've done that.
Now time just to go and celebrate a great win, eh?
Most definitely, yes. Very excited about that. Good day at the office.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dale, good morning, and it's a real pleasure to be here today. Looking forward to an exciting day of softball, and looking for plenty of action out there on the diamond.
Well, these two provinces have been traditional rivals for a long, long time. Auckland up against Wellington, a very heated match last night. Everyone was shaking and rattling the cage. The dugout was on its feet. There's plenty of screaming going on as well. So a lot of feeling in here, and each of these teams will be wanting to make their way through to the final, and both are well capable, Mark. Let's run through some of the players to watch out for, in particular those who've already made national honours.
Well, we can just see the Wellington lineup now with lead-off batter Thomas Mark here, who's also the captain and the key and kingpin for the Wellington lineup. He's a five-star ball player that's got a number of different skills and will be exciting to watch. Jean Lutton, Frank Poynton, Wayne Laulu, Fabian Mark here, all the way down there. Those guys have all played for the Black Sox. Tawara Bishop has just signed a contract with the Boston Red Sox, so he's got an exciting future over the next couple of years. Thomas Cameron, Dave Bishop, Carl Gollan, all been part of Black Sox squads over the years, so plenty of experience there.
2-1 is the count at the moment. Winding it up now in Nooka. Pushes it through. There's a piece of that to the centre field as well, and it's to the fence. Great lead-off there by Thomas Mark here. Gets two bags, and the opening batter for the Wellington boys has done them awesome start for Wellington. So 2-2 now on Jean Lutton. Runner on second. That's Lewis Tamarama. It's a good hit too, and it's over the top, and Tamarama will come on into home. No, he's held up at third base. Fletcher holds it, so a good two-base hit. Great start for Wellington.
That's fantastic by Jean Lutton. We saw a little bit of improvisation there with two strikes, shapes up, squares around and just pokes the ball over the infield. Gets it out to centre field there where Ben Anoka was charging in. There was going to be no chance of getting Tamarama home. So great call by Coach Stoddard to hold him up. Now the runner's on second and third. Nobody out and still in the first innings here. So once again, not allowing Thomas Anoka to settle down on the mound here. So,
winding up, here comes Anoka. That's a piece of that. Out into right field, taken. Throwing for home. Runner is through. Tamarama scores. Full house. On Fabian Mark here. And knock up from the mound. And that one's called sweet. Wellingtonians will no doubt feel somewhat aggrieved, but they did pick up a run in the first innings, and that's a good start for the Wellingtonians.
Yeah, here we see the last pitch from Thomas Anoka coming in. Looks like a low rise ball on the outside of the plate, and bang, just catches the corner, which the umpire, Lance Tyke, called for strike three. Mark here didn't really agree, but was a great start.
With the change-up, gets a safe hit to the centre field. Just over the infield, a good start too from young Ben and Nooka. Gollan, Shannon doing battle. That retires the Auckland innings, so a 1-0 result. They'll be pleased with that. We'll take the first pitch. That's a nice piece. Patrick Shannon, just what the doctor ordered as far as Auckland is concerned, because they have a runner on first base and no one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Gollan's been chucking well. Leave it out. Chips it over the top. There's a runner coming home, and that is a fine hit from Hicks, who gets a two-bagger. And at the same time pushes Patrick Shannon around. We've got a 1-all ball game.
And then we see the benefit of getting that runner over to second base, and anything can happen. A pitch on the outside of the plate that Hicks was able to just get his hands out and get over it, and really just drops it out into the outfield area, just over the first base as Markia was up jumping. Laulu down the first base, right field line, had no chance at getting Shannon coming home.
And that's the appeal of the pitcher batsman situation, as Fletcher has retired with a good one from Gollan, but they have scored the all-important run to bring us to the top of the 5th now, and it's a 1-all ball game.
Well, captain of the Black Sox, you have to be impressed with the level of intensity out there in what is a semi-final.
Yeah, absolutely, Bevan. Both these teams are a lot of great competitors on both these teams, and it's good to see from our Black Sox point of view, just the level of intensity, like you say, that they are bringing to the table.
A lot of Black Sox players out there as well. You'd be expecting them to lead the charge and perhaps break the deadlock. Yeah, definitely. There's some game breakers on both teams. Paddy Shannon, Ben Anoka on the Auckland side, guys like Wayne Laulau and Frankie Poynton, Thomas Markia on the Wellington side. So I'll definitely be looking for one of them to break this open pretty soon.
The Dave Bishop now. And Nooker puts one down with pace, and it's responded to in kind with a drive to centre field. Safely on bag goes Bishop.
Here we see pitch on the inside of the plate. Anoka a little bit shy there as it came back through the middle. And once again, Bishop round first base.
Wellington dugout looking a little bit more animated. That's a safe hit to first. That'll be a run home, and it's all the way home. Yes! Yes! Lewis Tamarama picks up a run for Wellington. And the top of the 6th, and the pressure goes on the blue and whites.
There's a great job of hitting here by Gene Lutton. One of the things I'd like to see change, though, is we're seeing the outfielders play really deep. In this situation, it could have been an easy out, and a fly ball was driven really hard out there, but the outfield was so deep. He catches it on the one hop, makes a nice throw, but was never going to get Tamarama coming round. As the later you go in a game, you've got to be a little bit more aggressive in the field, and you can't afford to give the opposition, as we see Tamarama coming home, you can't afford to give the opposition room to hit the ball.
Glad you could join us. Beautiful day for softball here in Auckland. That is a flyer, and it is gone skis over the fence, and what a hit from Wayne Laulu. His teammates come on out. Wellington can sense that they are playing finals softball this afternoon. What a hit from Laulu.
Yeah, just like I talked about, one swing of the bat, got a rise ball up in the zone, inside, and Wayne just turned on it. It was fantastic hitting there. You see him poised and ready, bang, turns around, great swing, and he knew it when it was gone, that the left fielder had no chance of getting it. You saw it bounce off the road and onto the building, and more importantly now, it puts Wellington out to a 4-1 lead. As we see the home run again, great swing by Laulu. Gene Lutton there, number 4, almost runs by third base as he was watching the ball out there, but I think he too knew that it was well gone over the fence.
You just sensed that Wellington are starting to think it's theirs. Fletcher had a shot at that on the third base. Hits the glove, but doesn't stick. Win games, I guess those ones do need to.
Campbell Markia driving the ball hard, and it goes off third base, Isaac Fletcher's glove. Out to left field, you see Fletcher getting up there, but not quite soon enough. Ball rolls out to the outfield for a single to start this 7th innings.
And jog around the diamond. A bit of a change up. Well picked up there at second base. And Wellington are retired. The work to be done now by Auckland to face an uphill battle. They need 3 runs minimum here in the bottom of the 7th. And you got the action in the preliminary semi-final. The winner here will play Canterbury later this afternoon in the final of the New Zealand Fastpitch Series.
Thomas Anoka threw the change-up low in the count, and we saw second base Bobby King had shifted over because he thought the change-up would have been pulled to right field, and he was right. And Thomas Cameron hit the ball hard there. So simple play, but well played all round with defensive lining up as to where the pitch was being thrown.
So he takes the first and so does the second. 2 first, and the first retired. So 2 more outs in the game is Wellington's. As I mentioned, said courage. Almost climbed the fence and almost impaled himself on it. He gets as the shortstop. He's unable to pick up on the run. Ruben Torpia. Torpia with a chip shot. Be okay, well taken, easily taken. in right field, and one more out will secure the game.
What you're looking for Bobby here is to get a hit to keep the Auckland roll going.
And he does get a safe hit, so now, as you mentioned, Mark, that's precisely what was needed.
You know, once again, it's an even battle. Gollan's been in control for most of the game, except that one innings. See where we go right here.
So there is a piece. It's a safe hit. Round they come. One runner's in. Will they go for home? No, hold up. Runners on first and third. Good hit. Gerard Long proves to be a master stroke, and it gives them some breathing space, Auckland. He's used it to good effect. 1-1. That was good. It's a drive through second and third. Runners around. Runners scored. Bobby King is in. 4-3. 2 out. Classic piece of softball here, really. When you thought all was done and dusted, Mark, you know, that's why it's a great game.
Absolutely, and Ben Anoka, what a great comeback after a couple of strikeouts, like I said, you know.
You are right, there is a stack of pressure on Casey Eden here. 2-2 is the count. Here is Gollan. Stares intently down at his catcher, delivers up now. There's a piece on it. They're through, the out will secure it. And the out is duly taken. And Wellington will go through to the final. They win by 4-3. But a gutsy effort by Auckland to try and come back when they needed 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. They picked up 2, but were unable to go that extra mile.
Well, Warren, it was pretty tense there towards the end.
Yeah, they came back. They're a very good team. We had a big slugfest with them yesterday. They got 6 runs in the first innings, and we managed to pull that back and knock it out. I thought once we got to that 4-1, it would be enough. But, you know, they got some good batters and a good team, and they come back and put the pressure on us. Certainly didn't want another hit at the end, that's for sure.
Carl Gollan, he pitched a very good game, but towards the end there, any thoughts of changing?
In their last innings. Yesterday he done a really good job for us. He virtually threw 2 games for us. He's been the horse of our team. We've had some of our pitchers have been dinged up, and he's had to carry the load for us. So he's done a very, very good job, and you know, he got us through the game. He's got us to the final.
Now you face Canterbury. What changes do you have to make to face, you know, what is a very good Canterbury side?
Yeah, they certainly are. They're very good. You know, they've got some really good hitters in there with Millen and Cookie and Rats and stuff and that, and they hit deep in their lineup. So, and their pitching staff's been doing a very good job for them. So we're just going to have a look at our situation, see how our pitchers are, and we'll make a decision on that shortly.
A warm welcome to the final of the men's fast pitch here from Rosedale Park in Albany on Auckland's North Shore. It is Canterbury up against Wellington. And Wellington made their way through to the final with a win over Auckland earlier this morning. Canterbury, of course, been one of the dominant teams at the tournament since Thursday. And joining us for the finals action, former Black Sox and Hall of Famer in New Zealand and internationally, Mark Sorensen. Thanks for joining us, Mark, and great to see the red and black of Canterbury in here and up against the old black and yellow of your mob.
Yeah, well, Canterbury's certainly been the leading lights during the week here. They've played the most consistent ball, and hence the reason why they're in the final directly, as Wellington had to go through this morning. And if we just take a look at their lineup, starting off with Stephen McFarlane, Tyrone Bartarello, Daniel Milne, Gareth Cook, Stephen Ratul, all Black Sox members in the middle of the lineup. Young Panisi Sefu on the mound. Matt Holmes, Josh Thompson, Jamie Frisbee, Nathan Taikato, and bringing up the bottom is Josh Harbrough. So pretty solid lineup, and they've played solid softball all week long, and hence the reason they're there with direct life. And
of course the Wellingtonians made their way through, as I mentioned. A good win for them over Auckland earlier today. Thomas Markia is their skip, Lutton, Poynton, Lolu, Markia, Bishop, Campbell Markia, Thomas Cameron, Dave Bishop, and Lewis Timarama. They've got some handy players on the bench as well. And we are into finals for 2011. Good batting here, though, by Frank Poynton to keep himself in the hunt. Yosefo with the ball, and it's good. Poynton looks a bit disappointed with the call, but he is retired. Canterbury 3 up and 3 down. And puts the KC into the book, does Thomas Cameron. And still a 0 scoreline at the top of the second. Dwayne Lowley, we saw him clear the fence earlier today, Mark, so we know that he's got the power if the pitch is in the right spot.
Absolutely. You know, was the dominant force in last game and proved that if you put the ball in the wrong spot, he'll put it in the right spot.
There he goes again. A good safe hit for the lead-out batter. And Lolu is safely ensconced on the first base with a clean hit off the first pitch of the second innings. They're certainly not letting anyone down. Full house now, and a piece to chip over the top of the infield. And a good safe hit too. Talented Stephen Ratu is on bag. There's a piece, and that'll be on bag too. Nice play. Josh Thompson gets around onto first base. There's the lead-out batter as well. Great start for the innings for Canterbury. Thomas Cameron with work to do. Nice play. Everyone's safe, everyone's safe. Pushed it through, no damage done, no runs in. But we've got loaded bases and no one out.
Yep, slap hit. McFarlane redeemed himself there after a couple of ineffectual bunter taps. Got the slap through to shortstop as we see the pitch coming in. Bang, to Lutton's left, doesn't quite glove it, and by the time he picks it up, it's too late, as all of the guys from the Canterbury team have plenty of pace and advanced round to loaded bases, still with none out.
Tyron Barbarilla. Loaded bags, as you can see, no outs. Piece of it, up and high. To left field, looking for home. Here's the throw, here's the throw, here's the out. Oh, big play. Superb effort, Wellington. And out wide, they got it smoking in through Thomas Mark here. Hit the mark and took the out.
Yeah, there's one guy you just don't run on with a fly ball to left field, and that's shallow left field. Thomas Marquez is coming in on a full run, catches it, does it perfectly, and throws an absolute strike to Tawera Bishop. Look at that. He had no chance of getting anywhere. He may have complained that the catcher was in the way, but it's a catcher's job to block the plate.
Will they be able to capitalise on them? That's the question here. And there is the strikeout, just what is needed. And still 0-0 here in the final. It's Canterbury against Wellington. Don't go away. The excitement is building here at Rosedale and the National Fastpitch Championship. There's a piece. That is the piece that everyone has been waiting for. Gone, skis. What a strike. What a hit. And Campbell, Mark here, talks it. Clears the fence. Out of here.
Wow. That was gone right off the bat, and I think you see, if we get the replay there, we'll see a rise ball that just hung there right out over the plate, and Mark here, bang, threw his hands right at it. The look on Iosefu's face when the ball left the bat, he knew. And if we see here, Campbell Markia, he certainly knows as it's gone off the bat, not even running hard. He knows it's over the fence.
He's back on the mound and do what you do best. There's a piece. And there is the run home that they have been seeking. And the run for second as well. Great hit by Gareth Cook. Canterbury are alive. The Red Sox bench is on their feet. As well they might, as we thought that it was a countdown for a Wellington victory. Not so, say the Red and Blacks. And they're very much back in the hunt.
Yeah, knew that you could never discount Gareth Cook there. You see the pitch change up, goes up the middle. Dave Bishop almost got a tough hop there, but I don't think he was ever going to get Cook at first because Gareth's a very quick base runner. And what we see there is a good hustle as he got around to second base. In the meantime, it allowed Stephen McFarlane to come all the way home and tie the ball game.
Now, it's a different set of circumstances. 2 outs, 1-1. There's the hit to right field. It's a safe hit, and Canterbury get a run in as well. Wells, talk about throwing the cat amongst the pigeons. That's what's happened here. And the Cantabrians now, they take up the box seat.
And we see former Wellington player and Stephen Ratu taking the ball out to right field and just dropping it in front of the right fielder, Daniel Tarapi, and Gareth Cook able to waltz on into home. So from a team that seemed to be dead and buried earlier in this contest, it's now they're out 2-1 ahead in the bottom of the 6th innings. Warren Studdart's out there for the second time, so pitcher Cameron has to come off, has to be removed, and they'll be making the pitching change.
Piece of it over and over, and to the fence it goes. Fabian Marquis will have to go down on 2. He's there on 2. great hit by the third base. Lead-off batter, and what will be the last innings. Beautifully executed. To be out on first, but he did his job to win a Bishop.
But just started to lose his way a little bit, and maybe now, yes, we're starting to see a change, and Iosefu's been taken off for the Canterbury side, and the same thing, you know, you're getting deep into the game, not quite thrown as hard and the same accuracy and location as you had done earlier in the game, and now's the time to make the change. So
is their best chance to get a run home. 2-1, Canterbury in the box seat. Campbell, Mark here, is beaten. Got a piece through the middle, runners home. Oh, it couldn't have been any better for Thomas Cameron. Bats Wellington back into the final.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and he comes up with a hit up the middle. That's fantastic. That's what you dream about. That's what you work on. Rise ball hadn't been working, but they came back with it. Drop ball was the pitch that had been working, but they seemed to want to go with that rise ball, and Thomas Cameron made them pay. So we've got an even ball game, 2 apiece.
You count it down though, the full time, and there's the change up, and it works well for them. Well, 2-2 is the scoreline.
Trying to show his worth.
There's the chip, we'll get him on bag anyway. Oh, Higgins is pretty happy with himself, as well he might be. That's a good one, and that's a good hit as well. So, plenty of pressure on now, Wellington. 1 out, but 2 runners on the bag. Remember, 1 run in, they win the championship.
So Thomas Markia will re-enter the game as the left fielder. Thomas Cameron is coming back to the mound because he's going from the left field, and Carl Gollan will come out of the game.
Clear as mud. We're the first team through to the final to win the 2011 Fastpitch Championship for Softball New Zealand. Poised to do so. Safe hit is a win, and the championship is going south. It is the Canterbury Red Sox who win the Fastpitch Championship. And what's been an enthralling game against Wellington, but there can be but one winner. Mark Sorensen, your thoughts?
Oh, it's a fantastic result, and just deserves for a Canterbury team that's played superb softball all week long. So, you know, they fought right till the end. They never gave up, and, you know, they fell behind there with the Wellington side that fought back, that had all the big guns. Came back from behind from 1-0 down. You know, they took a 2-1 lead. They showed the mettle to be able to hold their line and stay focused after that, so congratulations to them.
Well, the Canterbury coach is Carl Franklin. Let's go down to Bevan, an ecstatic team and no doubt coaching staff as well. A wonderful victory and a 3-2 win for Canterbury over Wellington in the final.
Canterbury coach Carl Franklin, what a final.
Oh, it's great, wasn't it? Geez, the old heart's no good. Yeah, no, just so proud of the boys. They played well all week, and yeah, we're sort of down there 1-0, and the boys come back. They've done a great job, so I couldn't be any happier. It's just the first time in 16 years, and I think the second time in 80 odd years, so I'm just can't be any happier. I'm just so proud of them. They've done a great job.
Throughout the game, how did you manage the side?
Oh, I didn't think we were playing very well, to be honest with you. We weren't hitting the ball. We'd hit the ball quite well against them all week, and we just sort of hung in there, and we've done a couple of silly things earlier on in the game, but yeah, we just hung in there, and we've done that all week, and we're a pretty tough team, so they're tough boys, so it was great, yeah.
How, from a player's perspective, how was that?
Oh, it was a little tough when they come back and equalised in that 7th innings. I would have much rather have not had to go out and get some hits in that last, but I mean, it was a great game, and Wellington are a tough side, perennial finalist, and I'm just glad we pulled one out.
And a good place to play here.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful park, and you know, it's going to be getting a lot more refurbishment with the World Series coming up, so it's only on the up and up.
And the secret to the win today, was it just sticking with it, sticking with your patterns?
Yeah, exactly, and just teamwork. You know, we've had a good team, a young team that have been together for a few years now, so you know, everyone stuck their hand up, and that's what won us for us.
Including a few seasoned vets themselves.
Oh, exactly. There's a few of us hanging around still, but hey, that's all part of it.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
And I hope that you've enjoyed the action here from Rosedale Park. It's been one heck of a day and 3 fine games of softball. They've been enthralling for us in the commentary booth. I hope you've enjoyed them at home. I'd like to thank Naomi Shaw and certainly Mark Sorensen for their contribution today. Mark, it's great to see softball on the television as well, and it's a game that New Zealand is a wonderful at, and it's been a terrific display at the elite level of the game.
Absolutely. I think thanks to Sky for today as well. I think it's given us a platform to showcase some of the great athletes that we've got in the sport, and we saw, as you said, 3 great games today where the top athletes from the country were put on display, and a couple of worthy champions to come out to end the day.
And we're looking forward to bringing you more softball action later in the year. It's a beautiful summer's day, but the spoils go the way of Canterbury. The Canterbury Red Sox are the men's Fastpitch champion. The women's championship won by Wellington. On behalf of myself, Dale Husband, thanks very much to Naomi Shaw, Mark Sorensen, and all of the production crew from Sky Sport. It's a very good afternoon from Rosedale Park in Albany.